Alright, we are now at the Fortum charger. I just topped up a little bit, went to the restroom, and now I moved here for the night. So it seems like it's okay, fairly quiet, no parking restrictions. There seems to be a car that's been parked there a long time. So it's super quiet here in Tynset at night. But it's pretty late now, it's 4 in the morning. So I don't know how busy this will be tomorrow morning, but at least I just need to get a little bit of sleep. Then I can just wake up, I guess. Let's go inside. It's very cold outside. Okay. Oh yeah. So now I need to lock the car for the night there. And then I have to enable, it's called utility mode. You see here. You have to find it in the menu somewhere. There it was, okay. Convenience, utility mode. Yes. Parking brake, okay. And then I think the lights went off also. Yeah, good. Okay, so now it will keep the heater running. So if we switch here, well, actually you can go to EV here. And then go here. Whoa, 3 kilowatts. Not too bad. Okay. But we need to cover all the windows first. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, all good. We start measuring at 4:15, very late. But I just lowered the temperature now to, let me see, we can check here. I leave it on automatic. So it's a bit confusing because the car claims minus 23 degrees Celsius. And if you go back to this one, you see we only spend 900 watts now to maintain the heat, but I guess it stabilizes. And we start with 85.5 kilowatt hour. This one doesn't have any counter. So yeah. And also let me show you. So I cover all the windows. It seems to help insulate as much as possible. Also in the back there, I even have a double layer. Just use whatever I have left over. Insulate everything here. Oh, all good. And also I put the sensor outside and it's cooling down. It says 2 degrees right now. Well, it's minus 2 degrees. It's the top one there. So we'll check tomorrow morning. But okay, I think I need to sleep now. ASAP. So I'm gonna call him back and then good night. Good morning. It is now 10. Which means I slept here for, well, supposed to be 6 hours, but it's more like 5-ish hours. I woke up a little bit now and then to check it out. And I saw that through the night, it was pulling around 2 kilowatt or something. So we had to do the math and do the check soon. But, what should I say about the comfort in here? Well, the floor is not flat. So that's the thing there. But at least, you know, in the e-Niro, I feel like the e-Niro is way better insulated in the trunk. I noticed that yesterday that the bottle I put in there was kind of warm. Yeah. So in the Model 3, the bottle was freezing cold with it. So it seems like the Model 3, if Model 3, Tesla wants to improve Model 3, improve the insulation in the trunk, and you will also get slightly better soundproofing. So it's a nice bonus. But okay, yeah, let's get ready. Okay, let me remove this one. You see, I use this as a nice cold wall here. Let me just move it a little bit. This is, I don't remember which piece this was for Model 3, but okay. Just tuck it away now, for now, and then double layer here, because I'm sleeping, my head is here. So I want this one to have, whoa, I can feel the cold chill now that I remove it. And the car I parked next to is still there. Oh, outside. Yeah, it's just white balance is a little bit off now. That's why it looks cold. And the trunk area looks like this. I just have this piece here. The other one is on my head here, supporting the footwell. I see I just put whatever I can, just improvise. That's usually how it is. I've also put my jacket here because it's a very good insulator. And then here we just have the acoustic foam with some more stuff just covering it. But let's look it through the thermal camera. That's always interesting. Okay, let's see now. We have some cold spots there by the window, all right? But at least over here, it's very nice insulated. What about behind the window there? Oh, yeah, and if I can try to point at the glass, which might give a false reading, but yeah, that one is very cold. What about the roof? I forgot to mention that this car has the regular roof. Let me show you here. No glass roof here, which is nice because a steel roof seems to insulate better. There, and yeah, wow, look at that. Yeah, everything that traps air will insulate quite well. What about trunk here? Ooh, okay, what was this? This is the IKEA thing. Yeah, the IKEA dice, inflatable dice. But in the very trunk area, look there. This is exactly what I've been talking about. In here, even the trunk, even the bare, let me see, let me just take out, you see, I even have this sheepskin here. But even in there, back there, let me try to aim at the trunk. Yeah, look at that. No, okay. Wait, maybe. But it seems like better insulated, or maybe not. Yeah, but no, I believe it's better insulated. Okay, let's check out the front then. Okay, front looks like this. Covers everywhere. Yeah, again, just improvise. And let's just look it through the FLIR camera. Yeah, we have those gaps, they are cold, but at least here, yeah, you see that the air vent is blowing hot air in there. The screen will of course look bright, I mean bright, but look hot. But one thing that is a bit disappointing is this one here. You see the air vent here. In a Tesla, I managed to get some airflow here. And let me move this one, oh sorry. So you see, supposedly, we can check here. Oh, there is a little bit of draft coming out here, but not much at all compared to at least a Tesla. Okay, there's a little bit coming back there, but I feel like the car is a bit stingy on the heat in the back here. But okay, you see there's something you can't usually see here, but what about here in the footwell? Yeah, in the seat area. Yeah, so it's nice and warm in the front, at least. Oh yeah, we have reached the checkpoint. So we started at 4:15 to count. So now it's 10:15, so 6 hours. You see, it's pulling a little over 2 kilowatt right now to maintain heat in the cabin. But I just removed the window cover. Maybe that's also why. But if you look here, the stats. Okay, so yesterday we started with 85.5%, and now we're down to 67. I don't know if this is taken. I mean, if it's depending on the battery temperature, because you see over here, oops, over there battery is now at 0 degrees. Yeah, and the car still reports minus 22. At least this is kind of confusing again. Here minus 22. In this display minus 23 still. Yeah, but wow, is it really pulling 3? Okay, it goes in burst. But based on these numbers, I worked out that the average power consumption or power draw was 1.92 kilowatt through the night, which is actually right on par with Tesla Model 3 with a heat pump. Huh? That is actually very good. Well, okay, it's slightly warmer. Nah, I think in the Tesla, it was minus 26 at the coldest. So yeah, you could say, okay, it was a few degrees colder in the Tesla, but very similar results. I mean, very similar conditions. So it's still pretty cold out here. But my external temp sensor reports minus 19.5. And it's been sitting, let's show you here. Here, wait, maybe, no, it should give correct reading, right? Or is it getting some radiated heat from the car? I'm not sure, but okay. I'm gonna take it inside now, let it sit there. All right, now let's go. The fast charger is right over there. So let's see now what happens when you plug it in. Okay, let's see. Ding. Wow, 18 kilowatt. Okay, let's fire up the car. Ooh, we need heat. You can see it here better. Oh, those bings, man. So it's 0 degrees Celsius in the pack, and it's taking 19 kilowatt at 67%. That is amazing. Wow. Okay, but it's kind of pointless to charge here, so we should just get the heck out of here. At least we should drive to Alvdal before we charge, or keep driving. Actually, yeah, I'll figure out. But I better bet I have to head back to Oslo now. So let's prepare for leaving. Oh yeah, I love the smell of cold diesel in the morning. Okay, let's hammer. Wow, really cool atmosphere over here. Sun is rising. We're in the beginning of November, January. It's freaking cold outside. What's the temperature now? Minus 23 still, okay, and it's pulling 4, yeah, you see we're back to pulling 4.3 kilowatt now, 4.5 actually. So while driving, obviously, and without the window shades, we have to pull way more power, actually twice as much. Huh. Wow. Nice view, indeed. This is Søbergård. Almost no traffic now in the morning. Oh! Well, the stair is not always locked in. Okay, here comes the lake. No, it's not lake, sorry. The river, Glomma River. Wow. Looks cold. Huh. Nice. Look at this. Oh. This is just stunning. Okay, we're almost at Alvdal now. We are now in Alvdal, juicing up, getting 15 to 20 kilowatt. Okay, whatever. I need to stop here anyway, but it's probably gonna go up soon. And consumption is 243, well, roughly 245 on the way here. Slight downhill, but the back here is a big mess. I need to eat a little bit, go to the restroom. So yeah, the car doesn't have to stop here, but I feel like I need to stop here for a bit. We've been here 1 hour. Oof. Yeah, and we're at 88%. Well, oops, it's always troublesome to see this place. Yeah, and it's going kind of slow now. So I think it's time to leave. I had some food. I was slacking, checking Facebook, checking mail. Great news about Tesla today, but I'll come back to that. But okay, let me see. To my big surprise though, the temperature in the pack didn't go up that much. It just stayed at 10 degrees for the longest time. So this car doesn't really want to heat up the battery, because I was thinking, oh, come on, heat up the battery. Let me give it a long charging session so the battery can heat up to at least 25 degrees. But no. 10, 11 degrees. Okay, whatever, let's just unplug and get going. I also want to see now, how far can we travel? Because today now, on the return trip, we have downhill and tailwind. So, yeah, can we go all the way back to Oslo? Oh, I have my doubts, but okay, let's see. We have been driving for 17 minutes. We're getting close to Hanestad, and wow, nice weather over here. It was just a little bit cloudy near Alvdal, but here, oh, look at that. Yeah, the river over here is frozen. Glomma is frozen over here. And it's minus 20 degrees. Oh, kind of hard to see. There's some lens flare here. There. Yeah, so far, wow. The consumption is high though. 220, even despite going downhill. Oh, we have sun in my face now. Okay. Try to navigate here. We are getting close to Rena now. So we started from Alvdal with 89%. Now we're down to 58%, or 58.5. So it's been 30% so far, driving 100 kilometers, and the consumption is quite good. Remember that it is minus 17 and it was minus 20, 21 for the longest time also. But of course we have downhill, so this is pretty good consumption. Yeah, and battery, let me show you, is at 8 degrees. Yeah, not much to see here. So, I'm not sure what to say. Yeah, by the way, I wonder how far I can drive. We'll see. I guess once we go low, then I'll figure out where to stop and charge. We are getting close to Espa and we have 19%, so I think it's time to bail out. The next possible stop would be Minnesund, but I'm not sure, it might be too far away. And there's no point to go too deep on this car anyway. So over here it's only minus 9 degrees Celsius. Yes, nice and warm. And then the battery is at 9.5 degrees, okay. So let's go to the Chem power chargers and check it out, see what kind of speed we get there, huh? Oh yeah, here's the consumption from, from Oslo to here, yeah, 210, or it's slightly correct, it's 212, 13 or something. Yeah, it keeps going back there, okay, anyway. We are only getting 39 kilowatt. Colgate for the win, right? Look here. 8 degrees. Wasn't it 9.5 right before I plugged in? See this one here? That's the temperature in the pack. What? Why is the battery heater not running? Huh? What? Why is it not running? Okay, by the way, so needless to say, everyone, they always ask me, hey Bjørn, did you switch on winter mode? Of course it's on, it's always on. Winter mode is always on. Needless to say, really. It's almost like asking me if I wear my jacket or not, winter jacket. Of course, winter mode's on. You can read what it does. So it doesn't, okay, here it comes, okay, it's kind of slow. Now the battery heater started. Okay, there you go. Kind of late, but still slow. So you see, this is the problem with e-Niro, and then actually the Korean cars, e-Niro, Kona, especially in the new Ioniq, is that they Colgate. It doesn't heat up the battery, doesn't keep it, seems like, doesn't feed it, because my classic Model 3, funny right, I call it classic Model 3, it's 2 years old, but my classic Model 3 will feed the battery with heat, leftover heat from the motor, and it will keep the battery at around 25, 28, but this one keeps it at only 8 degrees, and then you charge slow. So that sucks. We have been charging for half an hour, and the speed is now 53 kilowatt. Yay! Temperature in the pack is 19 degrees. It took forever to heat it up, but it's still not optimal, because ideally we would get 75 kilowatt right now. So yeah, half an hour. I mean, I have enough juice to go back to Bertelåsten, but I want to charge a little bit extra. Just for me, as a courtesy, I try not to return the car with no battery left, so at least 30-40% or something. But let me show you a cool feature with the Chem Power over here, is that you can check this QR code, but interestingly, okay, and then you can watch this one on your phone, but if you click here, you will see a charging curve. And look, we've been sitting at 41 kilowatt for the longest time, and then suddenly, boom, 56, 57. But remember, this is what the charger delivers, not what goes into the batteries. There's some heater, some battery, heater in the car and the battery heater running. So, but you see that there is some burn in here. I wonder if they use, do they use OLED here? But you see there is something that seems to be burned in. It says cobble. Okay, so normally if no one is charging, the display will always be like this. So this is usually what is burned in. Well, actually, except for that it says 60 kilowatt there. These ones are 60 kilowatt. And then these two here are 120 kilowatt. There's an Eagle charging at 120 kilowatt. I mean, should I tell him that it's more expensive? and that he's hogging 120 kilowatt in case some e-tron wants to charge here. Well, I'm gonna leave anyway, so. But here's an Espa. So this is, for you guys who don't know, this is the upper part of Espa. Normally, people go down there with Bolleland. Danskeby, Bolleland, yes. They are going to sell, well, the goal for Bolleland in 2021 is to sell 2 million buns, yes, Espa buns. I think the reason why they're selling so many buns now is because I've been promoting it. Alright, this is the final run now towards Oslo. We are only 78 kilometers away from Lørenskog. So if you go here to EV and then click this one and this one, see that right now the car is pulling 2 kilowatt, a little over 2 kilowatt for heater. And then the battery is at 24.5, but I'm not sure. Does it scavenge? I mean, if it scavenges, it should be at 1 kilowatt, or maybe even less, but at least 1 kilowatt, yeah. So, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna speculate anymore. I think I've investigated enough with this car. So I will return it back to Bertelåsten. So here we see the view over Mjøsen today. Mjøsen is fairly calm today. Alright, we are almost home now. This is going the uphill towards Ellingsrud. Not too much traffic. And for you guys who don't know, you see the dotted line here is slightly different. This is a bus taxi lane, and in Norway, EVs are allowed to drive on it. Well, EVs and hydrogen cars. Yeah, so that's why sometimes it seems like, you know, I might be doing some weird overtaking on the right lane, but it's a bus lane. It's a special lane. We are back in Oslo at Bertelåsten, Lørenskog, and yeah. So that was a nice trip. It was cold enough, you know, around -20, -25 is, I mean, it's somewhat common in Norway in some places, but then around Oslo, for example, very rarely. And also Bergen, so actually many places in Norway, -20, -25 is rare. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, and again, other places, we have even colder weather, like Kautokeino, but that's, yeah, Røros. I was close to Røros though, but it wasn't cold enough this time. But still, you know, it's relevant to test this car in somewhat cold weather. So I think overall it did very well, except for I feel like the insulation here could have been better. Of course, I could just compensate by cranking up the heat even more. What else? Yeah, the charge port worked flawlessly. But then remember, we had no snow. Once it snows, that's when the problem starts. And in combination with snow and cold weather, then stuff sometimes starts melting a little bit and then it freezes over again and then you get problems. But at least for me, I was lucky and no problems. But I heard about lots of people having problems with this charge port. I also had problems myself when I tested these Korean cars because they also have the charge port in the same place on the front. It was, I don't remember if it was Kona or e-Niro or maybe e-Sol. So some people they bring a plastic bag with hot water or something. Or you could pee on the charge port. Yeah, just emergency, just pee on it and then you can charge. But the interior though is like button overload, but again, it depends what you like. So if you don't want a minimalistic design like some cars have nowadays, like the ID3, ID4 or Mustang Mach-E or Tesla, then you can go for Kia, you know. It's either Kia or Nokia. No, but one thing that was a little bit disappointing was the charging speed. This car Colgate, so yeah, this is what you have to expect when it's cold outside. The battery struggles. It could be programmed way better because I experienced how it is with the Tesla. And I haven't tried e-tron, but I know that, for example, e-tron doesn't Colgate, and Tesla does some smart preconditioning to avoid Colgating. But on the other hand, the consumption on this car is very impressive. Like despite that it's kind of large. I think if I did this trip with eyepiece, I would see numbers over 300 watt-hour per kilometer. And also the standstill camping was also very impressive. It was actually neck and neck with the Tesla again. So why do I keep why do I keep comparing with Tesla? Well, because in Norway they are actually similar priced. So if you spec an e-Niro, it will usually cost around 420k NOK, and then if you spec a Tesla includes lots of stuff. It will usually be around 450k NOK for the long range. But many of the stuff I say also applies to the standard range plus, which is cheaper than the e-Niro. So, but then of course, yeah, maybe it was unfair to compare to the long range, because the long range has more range than the e-Niro. So maybe the standard range plus is similar price-wise and range-wise, but then it's a smaller car, you know. So it's two different type of cars. But what else can I compare against? E2008 maybe, yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.